Ghana does still get level like this to dey pursue Nigeria comot for their own country. Oh my God. All right, my wonderful people, before I will continue, good morning, guys. Good afternoon. Good evening. I greet you all according to your time. I remain your humble girl, Anointed Lady TV. If you are new to this channel, you are highly welcome. And please, if you are not part of this family yet, please consider hitting that red button where they wrote subscribe and be part of this family. And don't forget, also put on the notification bell so that you'll be seeing more updates from this channel. To all my returning subscribers, thank you very much for tuning in. And to my new subscribers, you are welcome.
Our journey to this place is to lay our grievance and our resolution to the Minister, the Honorable Minister of Interior. In recognition of the fact that we are Nigerians and therefore require absolute security wherever we may find ourselves. I am sure you recall that a few months back, we were talking about xenophobia in South Africa against Nigerians. I am sure you also understand that a few months back, we were talking about molestations and harassment of Nigerians in Lebanon. I am also sure that you recognize that some months back, we also talked about Nigerians and what we were going through and what we were passing through in Libya. Today, gentlemen, we see ourselves in the land of Ghana as Nigerian traders passing through torture, passing through harassments, passing through intimidations, passing through molestations of no less magnitude, very high propensity, very explosive, to the extent that if we react the way things are happening, if we are reacting proportionately to the kind of pressure, molestation we are getting from the Ghanaian government and her people, it may lead to a civil war. Imagine that our businesses have been under lock and key for several months. And these are means of livelihoods for the people. Some of us borrowed money from the banks, and the banks are knocking. Some of us bought goods that have expiry dates, and they are all locked in the shops with keys taken away by the Ghanaian authorities. And of course, the landlords where we live are knocking at the doors. Renew your rent. Well, how do you renew? The schools are opening. How do you send your children to school? Bills are coming here and there. How do you express the payment of such bills when your means of livelihoods are under lock and key? And that's why we felt enough of this. We need to cry to our own government. After all, we also have a country. But because we are staying far off, we felt it has to do with immigration. Because we are deemed as migrants, we felt it has to do with immigration. And talking about immigration, you cannot devoid from the Ministry of Interior. And that's the reason why we're here. we have had serious, in-depth discussions with the Minister of Interior. And we have some takeaways. One, words of comfort. The Nigerian government is not keeping quiet about our matter, but the government is dealing with the matter on a serious note. Two, that the government of Nigeria is larger than what anybody thinks, and therefore would not want to express herself in a way that will be smashing another country or to be deemed so, and therefore want to diplomatically handle everything to the letter. Three, that the Nigerian government is continuing the pursuit of our matter while also supporting us in taking some political decisions that we may want to take. And four, that the issue of our call for evacuation should be stepped low on for now. That we should allow government to finish up what she is doing. And then finally, he has promised to take up the matter once again at a higher level, at an interministerial level. And I've asked that every other complaint that we have should also go into our submission, so that if there be some internal laws and mechanisms that could be, turned on, that would be done. We are comfortable because we are somehow comforted, correct? But this is not yet Uhuru. We feel that, and we still feel very strongly, by the way, that reciprocity is part of diplomacy. And therefore, we are challenging our government to also rise up with some stick where stick is required and carrot where such is required. Because international diplomacy deals with carrot and stick. And so we should not be left until we are dried up by Ghana. And let us tell the world with this opportunity that the plan of the Ghanaian government and the Ghanaian people is to dry us up completely, liquidate our businesses, stifle every means of livelihoods. And think about that. Where you have many people who have complied with their so-called law, which in any case is contradictory with ECOWAS treaty and protocols, yet we tried to move on. And in the midst thereof, our businesses are under lock and key, even for those who have complied. And I think the whole world should hear this. Number two, which the whole world must also hear, is that some of those goods that are under lock and key have expiry dates. And it appears that the plan of the Ghanaian government is to ensure that those goods expire so that our means of livelihoods will also expire. And the whole world must hear. Number three, that the whole world must hear, is that all of us belong to the same entity called ECOWAS. And we also believe that ECOWAS ought to have risen up to this challenge, even before Nigeria, so that it doesn't look like Nigeria is using a sledgehammer. However, we don't find actions from that supranational body called ECOWAS. And we frown at this. We are not comfortable that we have a creation called ECOWAS, and somebody is in water already, and soap is entering his eyes. That's a wrong one. That's a wrong one. When, a few months back, there was coup in Mali, it didn't take ECOWAS more than 3 days to rush out. Why? Because it had to do with leadership. It had to do with politics. It had to do with a head of state. It had to do with a president, a political actor. But now that this has to do with individual businesses, common citizens, we were expecting that ECOWAS should rise up even faster. Unfortunately, this has not been the case. We want to use the opportunity to ask ECOWAS to wake up. This is not a college tea for heads of states, for political actors to be defended. That same way they act and rise up when there is a coup. We are expecting actions from that perspective. Finally, gentlemen, we will continue expressing ourselves, and we would have other meetings with other agencies, ministries, and departments of government. People have come in from Ghana, and we'll be having meetings with Foreign Affairs Minister. We'll be having meetings with the Minister of Trade and Investment, Minister of Information, and Nigerian Diaspora Commission. Let us see if our government would act faster. In fact, we also know that it is the responsibility of the government to take up this matter at the ECOWAS court, the level of ECOWAS court, and seek clear interpretation thereof so that we know where we belong. Gentlemen, thank you very much, and God bless.
The government of Nigeria have actually played a great role, fatherly role. They have shown their support to the extent of the Speaker of the House of Representatives coming to Ghana, and the first thing he asked to do is to meet with the traders, which of course we have the opportunity to meet with him. A lot of communication went through, and he gave me full assurance of communicating to the President, His Excellency President Muhammad Buhari, which I am very, very sure he received the letters that we sent through him. We waited for a while to see if the meetings and the letters we wrote would change anything in our life. Unfortunately, nothing has changed. Our shops are still closed. Over 250 shops are closed in Ghana as we speak now. Over 250 shops, as I repeat, are still closed as we speak now in Ghana. The authorities of the Presidential Task Force are still calling our members for, documentation which we send to them. And I will not be surprised if our other shops will start closing by next week, since we are getting close to the election and every other thing. However, I want to make this categorical point. The Nigerians traders in Ghana register their businesses with relevant authorities. We register with what we call Register General, here is CAC. We register our taxes, that is Ghana Revenue Authority, and we pay our Senate, those who qualify to pay, and we also pay our permit, that is area permit that we do business with. And I believe that those registration goes through, and if you have not made, they give you time to regularize or whatever, but most of our members have done that. However, the issue or the elephant in the hall is the issue of $1 million base capital. That is what we have not made. And we have not made it because subsequently the foreign minister or trade minister from Ghana will always tell Nigerians and the ECOWAS that ECOWAS nationals will not be affected by GIPC 865 Article 27, which forbid foreigners to do business in Nigeria or do business in Ghana, or you have to raise $1 million. So based on that, we are doing our businesses, and we have no interference from the government, except the Guta who keep on coming to our shop and interfering with our businesses. And they have done it since 2007 up to now, until this time we decided that they are not institutions. The Ghana Union of Traders are not institutions, and for that reason, we are not going to allow them to keep on closing our shops, because we realize that any time we close the shop, the government will came as if they are separating the fight, but at the end of the day, backing them, and our shop will be closed for more than 3 or 4 months, even up to 6 months before it's being opened. However, as a leader, I decided at this point, we will not take that anymore. I think 13 years have been enough for somebody to endure for a particular thing. Having said that, I want to recall to you all that the shops were in question, those who want to evacuate, were closed in December 2019, 2nd December precisely, 2019. And those shops, they came to open it around July. After the people repacked their goods, they give them assessment to pay, and some of them started paying. I was made to understand that at that territory called SECO, they have raised almost 10 million naira in equivalent to pay to the government of Ghana, and they still come back again in next 1 month to close those shops. The people were in pain, and they have called on me as a leader, and I have called on my leader, Dr. Kane, who have also brought us to the minister here. What we are saying is that the harassment we are receiving is not our own fault. It is a fault of Ghanaian government and Ghanaian people who do not want us to stay in their country. And you can quote me anywhere. Other national shops are still doing their businesses, and nobody stopped them from doing that businesses. So Nigeria is a target at this point.
I'm sure you know that we have ECOWAS Court of Justice. Sure. Very good. Now, there are also local courts, national courts in Ghana. Okay? There are national courts in Ghana. So if we take our matter to the national courts, I'm sure you know the determination already. Thank you. But then at the ECOWAS court, where would have gone to? The point is that we have looked at that. We require our country to seek for an interpretation, a clear interpretation of the rules in terms of the protocol on the rights of residents and the rights of establishment. The protocol on free movement, these are the 3 rights. Protocol on free movement, protocol on the rights of residents, protocol on the rights of establishment. Let me explain this one. The rights of residents says that you are free as a holder of ECOWAS passport to live in any of the 15 member countries, reside. That means residence, right of residence. Right of establishment means that you are free to reside and to establish your business in any of the 15 member countries. So, what we are expecting from our country and our government is to take the matter to the ECOWAS court for interpretation. That's one. However, our government feels that that will be one of the last resorts, so that it doesn't appear as if diplomacy, the route to diplomacy was cut off. And I think we're still looking at that end. That has not been foreclosed. Now, regarding evacuation, I'll hand over to them, but I think the evacuation, if you look at the list, we're going to give you a list of 753, record that, please note that, 753 Nigerians who have already signified and registered that they are coming back to Nigeria. They are tired of Ghana.
Thank you very much for watching to the end. I pity our Nigerians that live in Ghana. Please, our government, please help them out. All right, my people, I hope you enjoyed this video. And please don't forget to give this video a huge thumb up. Like the video, share the video, and also leave your comments below. And one more thing, also subscribe to this channel so you'll be getting more updates from this channel. Not only to subscribe, put on the notification bell so that you will be getting more updates from here. I remain your humble girl once again, Anointed Lady TV. Thank you very much. I love you all.